Way too early Premier League awards. We'll start with Player of the Year so far. And no surprise when you take a look at everybody's pick. They've all gone for Liverpool players, but they've gone for different players. Which player? Can we see who everyone has gone for? Is that part of it? This is smooth, right? No, don't worry about it. Right, here we go. Don, here it is. There it comes. All right, perfect. Don has gone for Van Dijk. Mark has gone for Luis Diaz. Shaka Hislop's gone for Mo Salah. Stevie Nicol has gone for Ryan Gravenberch, who he did nothing but criticise since his arrival to Liverpool. But boy, what a turnaround. So much so he's been better than Mo Salah or Van Dijk.
No, I think it's the importance that he's... I mean, we're basically looking at a team who looked as though they had absolutely a big hole in the middle of the park that had to be filled. They tried to make a couple of signings in that particular area, didn't work out, and so Gravenberch started.
So he's been Liverpool's best player.
Absolutely. I would argue that without Gravenberch, Liverpool might not be top of the league.
Wow.
Let me put it that way.
Could you not
That's how important he's been.
Could you argue the same for, say, Mo Salah? Virgil van Dijk?
Well, so think about what you're saying.
Yes.
The fact that you're actually talking about Gravenberch in the same breath as Mo Salah tells you how good Gravenberch has been. So the fact that Mo Salah
most improved,
so the fact that Mo Salah is doing what he does best,
right?
But he's also being equalled in the performance stakes by Gravenberch. There's no question, it has to be Gravenberch.
Was it really your first pick, or were you told that you can pick the other three?
No. I thought it was dead simple.
Really?
I thought it was straightforward.
Over Van Dijk or Mo Salah?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's not having it, is
Well, no, I'm just intrigued that that's where you go. That's your first pick.
Well,
like biggest surprise, biggest improvement I would get.
All of the above. Everything.
That's okay.
Tell me one person that you've spoken to on this show or anywhere else
I understand
who said, by the way, I knew that Gravenberch was going to be sensational this year.
No, I absolutely understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying in this context, it's interesting that you've chosen him ahead of Virgil van Dijk, considering how good defensively Liverpool have been, or Mo Salah, considering how key his goals have been.
Well, again, the fact that they've been so good defensively, a lot of it is down to Gravenberch.
I see, not Van Dijk.
I didn't say that. See, the old Dan Thomas classic of, you said... Which you never said.
No, but
listen, let me and you've actually opened another avenue.
Oh.
The fact that Mo Salah's been able to get his goals is down to Gravenberch as well.
Wow.
And the fact that Liverpool and Van Dijk have defended so well is down to Gravenberch.
Well, he's done very well,
Hold on a
hasn't
second. Let's go for Gravenberch.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So that was a very, very good argument as to why you think it's him. Why is Luis Diaz more important than Mo Salah, Mark?
Well... That wasn't the question, was it? It's not who's most important player.
Yes, who's the Premier League player of the season so far?
No, and I'll tell you why. Luis Diaz has stepped up. Well, look, we know that Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk are great players, but Salah's he's had his peaks and troughs this season, but I think Luis Diaz has taken it to a different level, and maybe that's down to Hislop. I mean, I was at Anfield for the hat-trick against Leverkusen, and he was outstanding that night, and he has brought something extra to his game this season, whereby I think they would have really missed Luis Diaz had he not been playing. So, yeah, he's been more important than Mo Salah because he's given Liverpool something different, a bit more variety. Because, you know, Mo Salah's in his last season. We didn't know which way it was going to go this year with Salah. And there have been games where he's been great and other games where he's been not so great. But with Mo Salah, I mean, I was at the Emirates when he was hopeless for 85 minutes but scored the winning goal. But that's what Salah does. But I think Luis Diaz has been more consistent. But obviously Salah grabs the headlines because he's Mo Salah. But I think Diaz, for me... And I could have picked any of I could have picked Gravenberch or Van Dijk or Salah. I did actually think about those three as well. I think Gravenberch's had a great season. But I just think Luis Diaz has stepped it up to a different level.
So who picked Van Dijk? You do
No, that was dumb.
So you're Mo Salah?
I'm Mo Salah.
So are you buying anything that they're selling here?
I'm buying it, but it just comes right down to, listen, if I'm building a team in the morning and I have a choice of those four, I'd pick Mo Salah. It was simple as that. And while I get all the arguments, and I think Liverpool has surpassed expectation this season. Listen, we know Liverpool are going to be a good team, but there was an uncertainty with the manager coming in and how they finished up last season. And they've exceeded all of the above. But again, my decision, while looking at everybody throughout, from back to front for Liverpool, if I could pick one player out of that team, it would still be Mo Salah.
Mo Salah or Van Dijk? No-brainer, really, Don.
Yeah, Van Dijk has to be.
There we go.
I just think if you're building a team and you want the best player and you want consistency, and I think when you look at the performances that Van Dijk's put in, I think he's been by far and away Liverpool's best player. I think when you're talking about the three players that are out of contract between him, Trent and Salah, I'm starting to think the argument in the camp now is if Van Dijk is the one, I think you sign first because I think he's that important.
Donny, you're right. Has international break broken you? Do you need to get some water or something? You're not feeling very well.
I've been watching, mate, loads of kids' footy, and I'm absolutely bunged up, flued up to the eyeballs. So if my voice lasts this hour, I should take the award.